So we're just gonna do a quick mic test. Mic. Oh, I assume it's working. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting locations. Oh, I assume it's working. Ready up. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting. I think I can hear myself, so classy. Gonna do some pausing at the beginning to show some good finding locations. And here, VP. Just that you're not bored. Ready up, classy. Usually PP is a level I play with a manager. I'm pretty sure classy is around the same level, if not better. So let him not too bored. So pause it now. First thing to note is that this is a POW colony with 2x POW price. High Alu and high iron price as well. Silicon is kind of difficult, but there's also core sample in the black market, so finding is a bit more flexible. So we should go for Alu and iron for fractions. Not necessary. Have to look at the map first. I am sure you can watch my stream at twitch.tv/chapterpush. I can also join the Offworld Discord. Oh, class is streaming. Offworld Discord is at I sent the link to your stream queue. Classy, care to join us? Hello, good. Seems like it's working. Okay. That's not a problem. Hi, you must be cute, and class is not talking. That's okay. As long as we can communicate, then it's fine. And T34 fan is also coming. Very nice. Actually, let's see. This is a bit weird because I'm pretty sure my stream is not capturing your voice. Let's see if I can fix that. Desktop audio properties. No, not here. Properties.
By the way, can I ask, is any ping on map?
Pardon?
Or is function not amplified? You can ping on map or not?
Oh, the map is on pause right now, so I paused the map. Is that your question?
No, you can ping place. No, or not.
Oh, he's asking if we can paint. No, we cannot. If we were playing what those called team games, we can paint, but not here. So you can either look over my stream, which I'm gonna send to your stream. I can see your screen too, right? And you can see mine. So it will go. Hi, Horia, for joining us.
Hi.
You must be a T34 fan, right?
T34, correct.
Awesome. Okay, so I think we're all here, so we can start. So this is a power colony. Power start high, so power will be a thing. There are a few things you look for. Usually you click on the high iron and see where the high iron are, and see if there's any water nearby, right? So on the top left corner you see a bunch of water and iron. That's a very good scientific spot, because well, you can plot down a scientific here, then you get both water and iron, a large patch of it. Then you can build a full triangle, steel triangle on that patch. Very powerful, very nice.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a very nice position, and that's where most of water too, right? So.
Okay, then we have aluminum and water in like the middle left.
Middle left, you mean the iron on the cliff? On the.
The spot near colony is not better on iron and silicon, water near, and aluminium.
Silicon water
near the colony.
Near the corner on top. Okay, yeah, that's a
colony.
That's a pretty good place too, and then you don't have iron. So maybe this would be a more of a nomad spot. So you find nomad in where the water and aluminum are. And
yeah, I have a question though.
And you want to slam one let me finish it. One nomad HQ at the water and aluminum, and the other one near the high silicon, just to the south of it. What's your question?
Yeah, I was wondering if we build on aluminum, because there are so many spots. There are 99 low, 14 medium, and 14 high. Wouldn't that mean that the aluminum price will go low really fast?
Well, just because there are aluminum on the map, right, doesn't mean that people will mine it. But usually people do mine aluminum. It will go low eventually. But so when you land your base, right, you can if you settle on top of resources, you strip mine the resources. So so whatever underneath will add 10 to your inventory. That will speed up your upgrade. So
Right,
classes.
so if you're a robot,
Mhm.
you'll get bonus if you plop it on aluminum.
Pardon? So if I get a robot,
If you get Yoshimi, for example, you will get a bonus for mining aluminum, I guess.
you get, yeah. So you get something, right? As long as you settle on resources, right? You get some extra bonus resource to help you out. If that makes any sense.
Okay, so this would be so fun for you to watch us noobs fight with each other. You would just like coach us or something.
Yeah, I'll coach you guys. Yeah, so I'll coach you guys along so that you guys are not too lost. So there are finding is a really important phase in the game. Like it really determines how you play out the game. In the last two games with Classy and I, right, the game was pretty much decided on fine. Like Classy got on the first game, Classy got an amazing nomad fine. It's just there's no recovering for me. And the second fine, right, I got the water, I got this. I still it's just it's gonna be hard for Classy to catch up. So he conceded early on, and the first game I conceded because the finding was that important, because well, sorry, you guys are really new, so it was more like a 1v1 between me and Classy, and it really determines most it's the single one most important component of the game. So yeah, so you can either play Northwest where the water and iron are as a scientist. You can also play robot or expensive there. That's fine too. You can either play nomad on the other water aluminum spot. Or even expensive, you can also set in expensive right inside a water and aluminum patch and just ship in some iron. That's alright too. Let's see what other spot do we see. Classy. Yeah, Classy, do you see any other spot? Just you can say, you can type on chat. You can also try to find scavenger. It's a bit not as good scavenger to the southwest, wherever the water and aluminum. Just find near one of those carbons. Crushing carbon, start with 2 carbon and 1 high aluminum. On the HQ2, you can grab a core sample and just pray for some high carbon. That might work too. In the southwest, what else?
There's left side of Chicago. There's aluminum and iron, so I suggest getting like robotics.
Yeah, robotic could work over there. The problem is, right?
Or development.
Like the problem with that spot is, I mean, you got iron and aluminum, so you can put a robot or expensive there. But the problem is that you don't get much water. Like most likely, the water to the top left, where the water and irons are, is gonna be taken up by one player, and then the other water to the top, to the northeast, is a bit far from you, and it's gonna be taken over by another player. So here, without water, you can't really play very well. Luckily, right, you can actually try your luck here, and if you run a spot, right, this could be an okay spot in disguise. You play robotic or expensive here, and then on your HQ2 or whenever you need water. Oh no, those you can just to the northwest of the high aluminum. There are 3 lake bed tiles where you can actually dig some water. There's water down each left side for the robots. Yes, there is, but that is gonna taken by the scavenger. So you can't really count on that. So it's because there's a core sample, right? You can try to find some lip bad. It's a bit hard to spot, but if you're used to it, right? Like if you spend as many hours as I do or Classy do, you can figure out that's lip bad. You can dig some water. So this could be a good location that people won't spot. You can actually find it last. You get when you find last, right? You get an extra claim and HQ2, which is helpful, and you get more money. Classy, do you see any other spot? Threat? No, Threat is playing some other game. And if you want to ask where can I find Elite, I'll just say stay away from Elite until you're very comfortable with the game. Don't play Elite. Just which is in a very bad state right now. Hopefully the this patch will come up and fix up a bit, but don't play Elite. Long answer short, don't play Elite. You can play Southwest, right? You can just hopefully core sample will give you a good high carbon. Like I won't. It's not optimal, but like this map, there are not that many great spots. Like one for the scientist and one for the nomad, and then you're stuck. So yeah, so it's up to you guys how much depth. How much depth you pay, Classy, for the scientist spot? I'm thinking about 20k. Classy. 22? Yeah, around 24 to 20k would be reasonable for the scientist spot because there aren't that many good spots. Like the other spot, you kind of have to pray for the core sample to work out in your favor. The nomad spot is also very powerful. Nomads are known as the most powerful faction overpower. Yeah, we have to tell you about this step, right? And how to play with it. Sure. So at the beginning, it's a starting depth, right? You have to decide how much depth you want to pay for the spot. For a good spot, right? Like the scientist spot, you could also go for 22, 20. If you're bossy, you can go for 24k. The nomad spot is also just as good. I think I like the nomad spot a bit better than the scientist spot because of the power, and you can get more aluminum. And there's low electronic prices. It just works out better. I think it will. So nomad probably you can go for 24k, just for the privilege of being a nomad. And usually you don't have to worry about depth too much until you're at B depth, which is the little rating to the level of your name. Don't worry about it. 12k depth is not much. You don't have to worry about it. But if you're in C or D, that's when you should really start paying attention. Maybe try cook the boat, go into power. Yeah, as Classy said. So I'm going to start the game, and you guys can play as you see fit. Classy is on a higher difficulty, so he will get some penalty, including a 10% reduction in his production, and I think he get one less claim on some levels, which should be keep him on the edge, so that he can't yawn and cruise through victory. Yes, fewer claims is the biggest problem, and if you're a robot expensive, it really sucks to have a really sucks when you mine water or iron, you just don't get as much, and you always on the water or iron deficit. No one's found it, not even the. So T34 fan won't feel expensive. That's a good spot. You want to go for 1 iron and 2 steel mills, or actually 1 high aluminum, or 2 high aluminum and 1 iron will do too. Because the nomad find is a bit too late for Classy, unless you can find another water spot for him to the southwest. Very nice. And let's see where the scientists find. The scientists find the scientist spot. And when Cube is stuck. Robot it. Yeah, robot it there. Just remember you can dig for some water just to the northwest of where Macy's aluminum are. And you want to use your claim right away, right? So Cube, you want to get some iron. Try to have 2 iron to connect to your base, and then grab either the low aluminum to your southwest or the medium aluminum to the north. Like if you have the aluminum to the southwest, right, you can connect your production to it, save you some production. I mean, you can reuse the claim when aluminum crash. Yeah, so So T34 fan, instead of going for one high alu, one high iron, and one steel mill, your steel mill is turned off right now because it's not earning you money, right? You want to sell your iron. You want to sell your iron as soon as they arrive, and buy as much steel as you possible because other people want to steal too, right? So sell down the iron so that other people cannot benefit from your iron, from the high iron price. You want to earn as much as the high iron money. Like iron will crash. It's just a reality of it. So once you get that enough, you can go to next HQ, build one more steel mills, and then either you can go for a geo or 2 solar panels would be pretty nice too. 2 solar panel would be very nice on top of some water. So yeah, 1 steel mill and a pair of solar panels, and then you probably get a high water too. Then you'll be golden.
So where should I place my solar panels? Next to my base?
Yeah, just next to your base, like cover up some water in a pair, then you'll be fine. Usually want to spread, like you want to make it like a star pattern with your base, right? So that your buildings are as far away from each other as possible, but the same type of buildings are attached to each other. And you want to get a high water pump too. Like there's a high water near you, you want to grab that high water before Classy being a jerk. I bet Classy will be a jerk and steal it from you. Before that happens, right, you want to steal it from him. You want to claim that tile. And water is selling at a good price, so you can auto sell some water or just stockpile them. 2 water will be too much. You need a pair of solar panel in order to be effective.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
And you get one more crane.
It's 1 water and 1 solar panel, so I'm getting solar panels.
Yeah. So power is going down, and there's almost night time, right? So it kind of defeats the purpose of going for another solar panel. So for now, right, I guess you can grab 1 more pump and go for a pair of food or reactors. Or go for more steel. You need 1 more steel mill to complete your pair. Always build your like production buildings, like steel mills, reactors, farms in pairs, because you get adjacent. The first adjacent bonus is really important. Is 50%. You get a lot more done. So just build 1 more steel mill beside your steel mills. So you get 2 cranes left over, right? You can either go for more reactors, go for some reactors, or some reactors. Like if you look at Classy, right? Classy is already in food already. So you probably want to go into reactors instead, so that you're not in a market that is contested, right? Or you feel like contesting the market, that's fine too. That's really your play. But I think it's better to stay away from a contested market. So the way you build your reactors, right? Instead of building to the north, right? Maybe if you build them to the west, then you stay away from your aluminum and steel mills, so that when someone EMP you, right, they can't get all of your buildings.
Right. I've done a mistake there.
Yeah. So let's see how Cube's doing, right? You don't have to worry about going for electronics at the start. Just focus on making steel and things that makes money, right? Like food, steel. Maybe get 1 carbon. 1 carbon is fine. But you don't need to have to make the electronic. It's better to make something that makes money. You can hold X. It's a recent addition, so a tutorial never told you this. You can hold X to see which building earns you the most, and you can see that food is earning a lot of money. So is reactors. And don't forget your black market too, right? You want to put some goon to protect yourself, so where you're vulnerable, like for T34 fan, you might want to put a goon on where your aluminum is, because like that's the center of all your buildings. Or for Cube you can put a goon on your geo, because that's a power building, right? like powers die now, but it won't stay down forever. So you might want to put a goon on it, so that people can steal it. Or alternatively, right, you can buy an EMP and free sell Classy. Like look at those, like look at his food triangle, right? It's making obscene amount of money. You want to shut it down. And you can also see that Classy. I'm picking on you, Classy. It's building pattern app. It's a good idea to. It's a good idea to put a spy on it, so that you know what he's working on. And if he doesn't have a good on it, you can even steal it from him using mutiny. So yeah, so cube 2, right? You have more than enough iron. So you might want to get off your medium iron and change that into steel mill, so that you can get more steel mill production. And you want to have most of your factories connected to your base. It's usually not worth it to get the small adjacency bonus for electronic factories. You're better off going for a trio of steel mills instead of just a single electronics. Or yeah. I haven't checked my chat for a while, so no one's saying anything on my chat. Very nice. Classy. Come on, I put you on VP so that you slow down a bit. Why are you still leading by so much? I should put you in Guru. Or CEO even, I don't know.
Okay, I'm having so much depth now.
Let's see. You are T34 fan?
Yeah.
No, don't worry. You got 28k. That's like nothing. That's like nothing. We have a player, a really good player named Game Slayer, and he usually go into crazy amount of depth, and he still wins the game. AA is nothing. Like if you look at your name, right, beside your name there's like a square bracket AA. That means your depth level is AA is like really good rating. Don't worry about it. Depth is part of the game. It's in the second tutorial. It tells you right straight in the face. Don't worry about that. Just live with it. Learn to live with that. It's okay. Classy is somehow amassed 100k already. I need to put him in the more high difficulty. Well, EMP over there doesn't really do much now, does it? Because water is... He got a bunch. Power is dead. He gooned his pattern up, so it didn't really accomplish much. So if you really want to attack him, right? Attack his optimization center or his food. Both are good options. And later on, you can even mutiny his pressure dome with the party all night.
Should I get the expensive glass as a scientist?
Expensive glass?
Glass.
You could go for glass, but you don't really have the silicon now, do you? Who has the silicon?
Right.
So going for glass, maybe. I'm not very good at telling who's talking. You are Cube or T34. T34, I'm assuming. Yeah, I mean. Going for
glass
is really getting nice. But where are the silicon? Like
my right.
Maybe like when you go for glass, right? Remember that for most buildings, right? You get one high of water, and then it will supply. It will be enough for 2 of your factories. So if you get one high water, it will be enough for your 2 farms. So for glass clans, it's the same. If you get one high silicon, it will help. It will supply for 2 glass. And if you don't support your production, right? you will be in danger of driving up the silicon price and making your production not profitable, unprofitable. So unless the primary resource, right, like the silicon is very cheap, like now 21, you can buy some. If you don't have enough, right, you should buy some up and wow, T34. You really should use your claims before upgrading. You got 11 claims, right? So use them, right? Like get some water, go for some like maybe a carbon or two, and then get some chemical going, get some silicon and get some glass going. You can always dig for some silicon near you, right? You have a low silicon near you, and there are sand dunes everywhere. You can just take some silicon. Maybe you get lucky, you find high. If not, you can get a pair of silicon. It's expensive. You can afford to do that. Let's see, cube. So the problem with building factories away from you, right? You have to get teleportation. That's one. It takes time. You try to get, if you don't really need teleportation, if you can organize your base so that you don't need teleportation, that's better. There will be cases where you will need teleportation. That's the reality of it. But if you can somehow organize your base so that you are not reliant on teleportation, that would be better. Because right now, right, Classy, because Classy is really mean. Classy is really mean. He'll put a pirate in between your electronic production and your base, and when your electronic comes out, it will be stolen by those filthy pirates. You don't want that happening. And yeah. And remember to use your claims. Like, you guys have claims. Make sure you finish using your claims before you upgrade. And when you upgrade, right, you really should check for cash of the other guys. If they have enough money to buy you out, well, maybe you should delay upgrading and buy into your stock first. So Klaus is really ahead. He's being very nice to you instead of buying you guys out. He went for 2 Offworlds. And when you see Offworlds, right, you really should, do something about it. Like you can use a spy to spy on them to see if they're good or not. If they're good, you can use a good popper like a network fires, right? You throw network fires at them, what can they do to you? What's the worst thing they can do to you? Nothing much, right? But it popped a goon, right? It will force him to either buy another goon or buy a mutiny. Oh, that's strange. I mean, why would the AI pay 36,000 for this tile? Huh. Anyways, it did. Not a very smart choice, but he did. Usually when you have a pattern lab, right, it's a good idea to goon it, protect it, use a goon squad to protect it, because they are target for mutiny, EMPs. Yeah, people don't like special buildings, special pattern labs. And look at this pleasure dome, 436. And if you don't want someone earning a lot from pleasure dome, you can build one yourself. Preferably at the colony near habitat, because you get a 10% bonus for each habitat. And when you have a pleasure dome, right, it will lower his profit. So it's kind of like you get some profit, you lower his profit. It's a very good deal. That's like it's a good way to counter pleasure domes. A water hack. which is really good for T34 fan. Just sell down the water. You got like 76 water, right? So you can sell it down, and then you can control shift or minus to auto sell it. Perhaps you can even get out of one more reactor into more water. So T34 fan, you still have 5 more crames you should use. Build something, right? Build more steel, build like reactors.
Yeah, I'm kind of scared to use them. I'm saving. I don't know.
There's no point in scare and not using them. You're better off using them, right? You can always transition the tiles later. Like you can scrap building to reuse them. Like you can grab 2 silicon and then grab an geo, grab an optimization center. Things you can do, right? Like the point of upgrading is to get more creams, and when you upgrade and don't use your creams, you defeat the purpose of upgrading. And you have a pattern app, right? Well, all the patterns are gone, so you should get rid of your pattern app and change it into an optimization center. Most of the time, that's what you want to do. Get rid of your pattern app and build an optimization center or an Offworld instead. Like Cam would be a very good target for optimization. So is glass and water and power. Use the claims. That's why you upgrade.
I'll have to get my Offworld market soon.
Even though the name of this game is the Offworld Trading Company, it's not always a good idea to get an Offworld. In this case, right, it's a pretty good idea, especially for T34 because steel is cheap. For him to build an Offworld is only 4K. Well, I think the rule of thumb is right. If you open the launch tab and then look at the prices, if you can make your money worth of if your Offworld costs around 2 launches, then it's probably worth to build in building one. If not, then maybe you shouldn't build one. Like here, right, on this game, I think it's better to go for more optimization. It's better. There are a lot of money to be made on world. You don't really have to go for Offworld. Either way, Classy has to buy on YouTube. So we just watch Classy finish off YouTube and win the game. I'll hold off. Come on. So any more questions, or do you guys want to start another one?
Okay, so Classy won this. Let's just remake.
Yeah, Classy won this hands down, right? I mean,
he won this. He had a good start, and I was just like not using my claims soon enough.
Yeah, you upgrade so that you can use your claims, so that you get more claims. So you want to use your claims right away. Well, think of what you want to use them for, right? Like before you upgrade. I'm HQ1. Am I going to power? Am I going to water? Am I going for more steel? No, you have to think of those stuff, right? So have some plan. Do some upgrade planning. This game is about planning and reading market after all. So some planning would really help. Any question, Cube? I mean, heard from you for a while.
Don't know. Purple trying buying me.
Yeah. Well, like just one thing, right? Try to keep your base connected, right? Like your electronics instead of down there. Maybe you could have just like build where the aluminums are, right? And then just get 2 carbon or 1 carbon. It's better to have your things connected to you. You're safe on shipping. You are not prone to you get your material faster. You don't have to be afraid of the magnetic storm or pirates. You don't have to get teleportation. And also, right, when you build power, right, you have a wind turbine. That's a long building. You don't really want that, right? And power is kind of dead, so you can just get power. And you have a pattern upturning there, right? You can don't be afraid of scrapping buildings. It's part of the game, scrapping buildings. I'm surprised that wow, glass is really strong. So scrap some building and then go for some optimizations. Don't have buildings sitting there, right? So instead of like one wind turbine to the left, right, one wind turbine to the left, you're better off with a pair of wind turbine because of the adjacency bonus. Even if the second one is like very weak, it's like 0.6, right? It's still better because the adjacency bonus is just that much.
Everything in late game gets so chaotic.
In a sense, it does a bit, but like,
Maybe because I don't have enough grasp on this game.
perhaps, like right now, right? Let's see. Like, remember you use your black market as well, right? Like cube, right? Carbon is really it's really expensive, right? Grab a core sample and dig underneath your electronic factories, because they're adjacent to carbon. It's very likely that you'll get carbon, and you can scrap one of the electronic factories and change it into carbon. Then you'll be earning a lot more than your electronic factories. There are like things like that, right? You can do. Like underneath your electronic factories, because you can't create more cranes, right?
So the depth gets worse and worse.
It does, like
Well, it passes time.
every new day, new soul, right? The interest will tick, and when you're D depth, right, it's 30% depth. You don't want that. C depth is 20%, B depth is 12.
So green just
So you really
just said fuck it. I
Yeah.
buys everyone.
so D or B depth is really bad. D or C depth is really bad. B is when you want to start to be careful. Think about power. Maybe you're not making food. That's why you have such high depth, right? Usually you don't have power food that will just or fuel, right? One of those things will really Classy is selling out of stock.
No, he's selling bonds.
Yeah. So
Troll us.
well, no, I think it's a nicer thing to do. Right? It's when you can finish the game, you should finish the game as quickly as possible.
Okay, so let's play for real now. Like, you can coach us, but if you can buy me, you just do it.
Okay. Classy, so no holding back. Okay. I'll remain a observer. Observer. And Classy, you can be CO. Because apparently VP was too easy for you. I'll also pause the game at the start, just to talk about finding locations again. It's really the single most important thing in the game. Guru is the hardest. Do you want Guru, Classy? I can give you Guru. It seems like Guru is very punishing. It's just it's so punishing that it feels like very frustrating. So I'm not gonna put you through that because I'm nice. Okay, since you're ready. CEO is really hard. Like CEO, you have even fewer claims. It's just really tough. Oh yeah,
Okay.
ready up.
I'm not seen button ready. Already I am asking.
Good, good, good. So let's play. I'll pause the game. I will pause the game again at the start, just to talk about finding location because every map is different. It's good to talk about it.
By the way, only I hear your robo voice or other.
Oh, so my voice is kind of robotic.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much. It's a new headphone. I haven't really tested out myself. Uh, okay, so as long as you can hear me. If you have difficulty hearing me, let me know. Okay, I paused the game.
Okay.
So
So
we have double steel.
double steel price. That's interesting. That's what I can say. So double steel price, you might want to play something like a scientific. Then you can go for free steel mills and be very efficient in making steel. That's a good thing. And maybe even expensive because you have more claims to make more, get more iron and more claims. Not so well for robotic, I find. It's still good, right? It's nice because like if double steel price, right? That means the thing that you're making worth money instead of you're making stuff that are worthless, right? Look at the map. You should look at the center. Look at the colony. It's a New Seattle. It's a American colony, so it's a this is a dry ice. You can see it's a bit dirtier. Water ice is more white. It's whiter. It looks prettier. This is kind of like dirty ice. Power colony, so power will go up quicker. Dry ice, you can get carbon oxygen using solar condenser. And since a few patch ago, scientists can get carbon and oxygen directly from dry ice. So you kind of get carbon scrubbing for free in a sense, which is stupid. Stupidly good. So a really good finding location would be just to the left, like a bit to the west, where the
Okay,
iron.
let's not give enough tips, shall we?
Hmm?
We're giving away too much tips here.
Oh no, it's a finding location. I want to talk about finding locations some more because like it's very important.
Yeah, I have something in mind.
Okay. Well, you can either go for a scientist where there's in between the silicon and iron, or in between the iron and the water. Both are very good. Uh, you can also find a scientist just to the south of it with 2 iron and 4 silicon. Also good. You can get free glass, right? You get silicon for free, you get oxygen for free because they're on dry ice. You get free glass right away. Go for 2 steel and then go for 2 glass. Both are very high price and then both are upgraded material. You'll earn a lot. Just don't have water there. It could be problematic later. So you will have to invest in teleportation later. Luckily, all the life support is really cheap. Other than those 2 locations, right? Kind of stuck. It's kind of crappy map. Like perhaps you can try going for a nomad, grabbing one of the silicon, and then find on one of those find at the water patch to the northeast. Um, Other than that, what else do you see, Classy? I can see this three. That's it. You can try going for a robot in the in the southeast, right? But there's no water there, like absolutely no water near you. So I don't know how is that gonna work
Okay,
out.
okay, so my insights here on this map is that every guy here has to take monopoly on a resource. For example, every water is tight, so you might want to grab it soon enough.
Well,
Then you have all the iron on bottom right and the only geothermal vent, so maybe you can rely on that.
geothermal vents is well, it's a little dilemma, right? Geothermal vent you can use a geothermal vent when your steel price is cheap. Uh, and and when steel price started high, doesn't really help, right? Your geothermal takes a lot of steel to build. There's no carbon on this map. You Classy thinks I'm talking too much. Classy, do you spot any other location? Anyways, let's go. Seems like Classy wants us to go. But really, probably scientists near the water, in between water iron. Scientists, iron, and silicon, not so good, but still workable. And then Nomad. And Nomad could be very powerful. And there's no nukes, which is always good. And let's see who wins. And don't hold back, Classy. Be mean to them. They're asking for it. $24K. And expensive. Ah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But you don't get the iron. So here the thing, right? You don't really need to get the silicon. Oh, actually that's silicon by elite. Soren. Why is an elite here? It makes no sense, Soren. I thought you fixed it. Anyways, elite shouldn't find there. Just you're too far from silicon and there's no water. Like you can try expensive or robot it, but elite just asking to suicide, just not gonna work. And for T34 fan, you instead of going for medium water, one steel mill and one iron, you're better off going to one iron and a pair of steel mills. And then on your next level, grab more iron and get more steel mills because steel is really expensive.
Yeah, I can see that.
And cube 2-0, your iron is too weak. It's just too weak. So if I were you, right, I would have to find Nomad near some silicon, and then go for the water to the northeast. I mean, then at least, right, you have good access to water. And silicon is kind of suck. That luckily there's bribe cream, and you can bribe if you can bribe enough creams to get more silicon, then you'll be fine. And also, right, instead of going for one reactor, one steel mills, and one wind turbine, right, you can actually take advantage of the high chemical price. Well, I mean, you're pretty screwed already because you don't really have enough steel. I would have gone for some carbon and then go into cam. That would have worked too. But
aluminum is gonna be such a big issue for.
Well, since you've spotted an issue, right? You should sell down some. You can sell down some steel and buy up the aluminum.
But I don't have any claims, and the aluminum is so far away, it's gonna melt my heat.
Yeah.
My fuel consumption.
Well, that's part of the you have to think about when you find too, right? And if you can't make your own, if you can't produce your own aluminum, right? You can do the next best thing, which is pirate or steal mutiny the aluminum. You can do that too, right? I mean, you can play dirty. Double mutiny. No, if you can't make your own aluminum, then just steal someone else's aluminum. And remember, you want to start off with 2 steel mills, right? You don't want to start with a single building if at all possible. It's just, it slows you down too much. It's okay to put some steel mills on top of your water so that they can't steal your water from you, but ultimately you want 2 steel mills. And perhaps even more steel mills. or reactors. I'm surprised Classy is not going for the free grass. It's free. It's free. How can you say no to the free grass? Who cares about solar panels or silicon? Just get the free grass. Go to let's upgrade and then go for power this term. I mean, like there's a bribe claim and you should really use it. 4.5k for a claim is really nice. Bribe some claim, power some aluminum, you know. CEO is very brutal. At least you got free grass, right? It's free. And T34 fan, when you upgrade, right? Try to place your building on top of water because water is a tough resource. You want to like I mean the worst thing you have to do is like scrap some like you might have to scrap some building at the end to do some reorganizing. But at the end of the day, right? It means that you deny the scientists from water. That's important. You are denying from other people from stealing your water. It's a lot more important than scrapping your buildings.
Roger that.
Okay, yeah. And Cube, you have 2 claims, right? So why don't you build another steel mill beside your steel mill? Yeah, it doesn't get scientific bonus, but at least the iron is cheap now, right? So just buy some iron, then both your steel mill get adjacency bonus. It's a nice way around, and then build another wind turbine beside your long wind turbine. Then you can actually pay off the debt instead of just keeping your power, just having enough power. And you can use alternate click on your buildings to force the shipment. Then you can have the money right away, right? So just sell out your fuel, build another wind turbine, build another steel mill. Then you are a bit better. Yeah, remember to use your build pairs. Yeah, very nice. And usually you want some power too, right? Local power is 142. So even though water, food, and fuel are very important, you want to have some power as well. So maybe on your next cooldown, you might want to. You can. Wow, silicon is very expensive. Grab a claim and go get geo or something, because you really need power when power is at 100.
I have to start paying my debt.
Uh, Cube 2, don't buy into class yet. You don't have enough money. I mean, like, you guys just don't have any money.
I just want to wait or buy for little price.
Well,
now is little price for buying
but
or not?
The thing is, right? Even if it's cheap, right? You need the money to upgrade. You need the money to invest in yourself, which is more important than buying.
I need to push high Q to fire level 5 and then buy, or I need.
Well, usually HQ2 you don't have enough production to keep on buying, and you won't really be a threat to your classy, right? So it's better off to just save the money, try to get to HQ3 or HQ4, and then worry about the stock him at that point. So sell out your stock right now, and you can check classes power You know, there are nice, powerful tools on the black market you can use, like a circuit overload that you can kill his power. Then Classy will not be very happy, right, Classy? Same with T34, right? Well, I guess you don't really want to kill their power because you're not producing power. Your reactors are not making money, but you can always change them into a solar condenser. You get carbon and oxygen, which both of them which makes money, right? But almost nighttime, so you might want to put down a pump first, or a solar panel might work, but you know, solar panels are also very expensive, right?
Yeah, because the silicon is so scarce.
Yeah. Interesting thing, T34 can actually buy out Classy. So one little trick, right? In on Mars, right? Night falls at 9 o'clock, and dawn, the sunrise again around 5. So there's not much point building a solar panel, and then just to see it at night, no, turn off at night. So one of your tile has a water underneath, right? So you can just pump some water, and around 1 or 2 o'clock, you can grab that water pump into and then change it to a solar panel. This way, right? You get a bit more water. Instead of 2 tiles sitting there, you get one water, which is better than nothing. Let's see, T34. Yeah, this is the time that you should really worry about that. But you can still buy 10k frames. Buy that frame and then perhaps go for a geo or another steel mill or another farm, right? So just grab the cream, go for another farm or steel mill.
Oh, snap.
Like the AI see that you're in DDAP, that's why they buy into you.
Right.
So you want to grab another farm. Perhaps probably the best thing you can do is grab another farm, because farm earns money, right? And try to push for the next upgrade. I can't believe the AI elite is winning. I guess CEO is dead, pardon. So we're just gonna do a quick mic text. Mike? I'll assume it's working. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting locations. I'll assume it's working. Ready up. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting locations. I can hear myself, so Classy gonna do some pausing at the beginning to show some good finding locations. So we're just gonna do a quick mic test. Mic. Oh, I assume it's working. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting locations. Oh, I assume it's working. Ready up. So I'll pause the game at the start to point out good starting locations. I can hear myself, so classy. Gonna do some pausing at the beginning to show some good finding locations. And here, VP. Just that you're not bored. Ready up, classy. Usual PP is a level I play with a manager. I'm pretty sure classy is around the same level, if not better. So make him not too bored. So pause it now. First thing to note is that this is a POW colony with 2x POW price. High Alu and high iron price as well. Silicon is kind of difficult, but there's also core sample in the black market, so finding is a bit more flexible. So we should go for Alu and iron for fractions. Not necessary. Have to look at the map first. I am sure you can watch my stream at twitch.tv/chapterpush. I can also join the Offworld Discord. Oh, Class is streaming. Offworld Discord is at I sent the link to your stream queue. Classy, care to join us? Hello, good. Seems like it's working. Yellow is buying you. Yes, you should buy 2 stock of your own and just to defend, so that yellow cannot do a complete buyout on you. 32k. That's brave. And it's okay too. It's close to you. You can connect it up with solar condensers. It's okay. Like oxygen is high. You need carbon anyways. So T34 can put a solar condenser there, and when you upgrade, when you finally upgrade, you can put some frames to connect up that long frame together. The computer is playing with prices, so it's just gonna be difficult. Well, pressure domes, right? You can earn more money when you build if you build your pressure dome near habitat, near the neutral colony. And every adjacent one you get two you get every adjacent one you get 10% extra income. So it's better to build pressure dome at the near colony. And now that fuel certain overload your power for some strange reason, you should scrap out of your power, like at least 2 of your power, right? And then change them into solar condensers, because both carbon and oxygen can earn you a lot. And I think those are dry ice tiles. 37,000. Wow, Classy is desperate for creams, and I don't blame him at all. And Cam, like T34, why are you not in Cam? like why?
Well, I'm sorry.
like get rid of your a pair of the pair of reactors that you have, and then just move those 2 into Cam, and then you have got 2 more cranes. Put 2 cranes. Put 1 cranes to connect up your iron mine to your main base, so that you can get a pair of solar condenser there, and then just another crane beside your long cranes beside that you got from Classy to get another pair of solar condenser. Then you have 2 pair of solar condensers. The solar condenser is okay. You can even though it's not connected to your base, it's alright. You don't have to send anything in there. It's close to your base anyways. You still get some dry ice, oxygen, and carbon. Yeah, so that's what I do. And use your crane. You have 2 cranes. I mean, is there any reason not to use them? And usually I won't even bother going for carbon cranes, like low carbons cranes on a dry ice map. Just get some solar condensers. You really want to connect up your single iron mine northwest, right? So that you can reduce that tile, because that tile is not very effective on its own. So, and if you connect that tile, you get another production slot with a pair, and then if you add another crane to your long tile, right? You got a long tile, then you get another pair, which is better. Because a pair gives you a 50% adjacency bonus. It's very important to keep buildings in pairs. And you should use your cranes, right? Even though it's a long crane, long crane, you can still use it for a solar condenser or a solar panel. Cube is doing fine. Cube, you don't really have to build your camp so far away. You could just build your camp on dry ice, and because dry ice you can get carbon, and you can use your scientific advantage that way.
And how you see ice or not ice?
You can hold Z. If you hold Z, you can see the darker color square, the graded squares, the graded hexes, right? Dry ice, and you can use them as a carbon source.
Please, one more time. What button? What
Set,
button?
set, the one beside X, the one left of X, set. Oh, Classy almost have to buy on the Elite. Wow, Offworld is awesome. Cube, you have an optimization center, right? Keep using it. Get some electronics upgrade. Like instead of going for a perfect camera upgrade, go for electronic first because it takes longer time to get to perfect optimization. Get some food upgrade too, and you got 2 more claims, right? Use them. There are two dry ice tiles in between your water tiles and your pressure dome. You can use those 2 tiles to connect up your water stuff. Then you don't have to ship anymore. And you can connect them using a using solar condenser or glass or electronics. Up to you. Because it's just a carbon source, right? So use your claims.
Like this?
Yeah, like that. Then all your reactor stuff are connected, and that's good. And instead of electronics, right, on your silicon tiles, because silicon is at 190, right, you can probably earn more by mining silicon from those 2 tiles than making electronics. And you have a hack array, right? So you should use a hack array and look around and see and see who is making what. And you can see that no one is making electronics, right? So you can hack electronics. Well, it's not such a good hack now because I said it, right?
Nice. I could kill you early. I let you live. Why?
Yes, you guys should have known Class is dangerous. So because when you're hacking something, right, buy into what you're hacking, like electronics, so that you can earn even more money from the hack. So use your money, use all your spare money, and put them into electronics. And because Classy being a cheat, he heard us what what we were saying. You want to use a 30k EMP to EMP his electronic production. So when you hack, right, you want to make sure that you're hacking something that no one else is making. Like power, right, is good too because I don't think Class is making enough power. Impressive. Well, that's okay, right? You can use a power circuit overload on his power, and then normal power production for him. And now that cam is dead, you can move out of cam and into something else. Electronics, perhaps. But,
It seems like Classy just won this.
yeah, it's not too
Yeah, GG.
GG.
Yeah.
So that's the basis of it. You have to move quickly and always keep your things in pairs, right? Like
I pick a bad spot and
Okay, so with each
I
game I'm
don't
getting
use black market much, and
you really have
all
to
people use it.
You really have to use black market. Like circuit overload is a really cheap choice. It's 4.5k if you hit it on his power. If you press hold X, right, you can see that his power is earning 700, more than 700 a second. So if you put a circuit overload on it,
One all-time use of my windmills overload, and I not defend it. And my power was low all time. I don't know it's classy or who is used it all time on my windmills.
Yeah. So you have to protect your power. Like what you did is right. You put a gun in the middle so that when if they try to do something to your wind turbine, right, the most they will affect is like one wind turbine. Anyways, good game. Just remember, it's really important to build things in pairs and connect things up, right? Like the expensive farm is pretty good, but you have to instead of going for medium water right away, go for a pair of steel would be much better. Yeah.
At start, I'm trying make money on oxygen and fuel. After that, I'm sell circuits, and after that, gems. But gems put down all goes and gems, and price was low. And then need faster swap.
Yeah. So don't be afraid to swap, right? Because swapping is part of the game. Like if you look at Classy, right? He has steel cam, man. He moved a lot. Like when you claim a tower, right? You have to think it. Can you repurpose the tile for something else? You know, if the answer is yes, right, then that tile is a good tile. If the answer is no, well, you know, maybe you still need it. You know, then it's all right. And yeah, you should auto sell when you see others making the same resource. That's something I forgot to mention. Do you guys want to remake? Actually, I'm pretty tired from talking. I'll call this a day for me. If you guys want to play again, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't hear you. We playing again or we going to run?
Well, up to you guys, right? If you guys want to play, go ahead. But I am not going because I'm a bit tired from talking. I'm just gonna chill and not play. You guys can play. You guys can make a lobby and play. But I won't be joining.
Ой, Даниш, спокойной ночи.
Okay.
Okay, so I've created the lobby.
Yeah.
Ок.
And then you guys can play. And
So where are you guys from?
I'm from Canada, and I think Classy. I don't know where's Classy from. I don't know where's Classy from. But I'm from Canada. Well, anyways, nice talking to you guys. I hope
Yeah, thanks.
my
thanks
little
Tutorial
tutorial help. I hope you get to. Yeah. There's a what those called? Today or tomorrow, depending where you are. There's a tournament later today or tomorrow. Make sure to check them out. You can watch good players playing against each other. You can see how they set up their base and where they find. You can learn a lot from them, and the commentary will also help to understand what they're doing. And the comments also critique what they're doing too. So it's a very good learning opportunity, and it's going to be fun. It's just fun. It's fun to watch tournaments. Anyways, I'm gonna sign off. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya. Bye.
See ya.